Here with Northwestern State head coach Chris Bertrand, the Demons starting their second stretch of 7 road games and 8 this year, Tuesday night at ULM. As always, weather permitting, especially this time of year, and then 3 at Nichols on the weekend. Coach, as you head to ULM, you've seen them twice. It's kind of a unique situation this year, playing a team 3 times in a midweek midweek games. What has that been like, and what do you expect tomorrow night?
I think we're excited anytime we get to play the games that are so meaningful to the program and to everybody around it, right? And so that was a wonderful idea that Fed had come up with, and we're going to do it this year, and we're going to do it for years to come. And so we enjoy the setup part of it. I think it allows, from a scheduling standpoint, for everybody to get involved. I think it allows for the fan bases to travel well and to see quality baseball. And so we enjoy the setup. We think it's a great thing. I think anytime you get to play in-state opponents, I think anytime you get to play games that are, former Southland Conference or rivals, right? The games mean something to the fans. And so all of that stuff is really, really cool. So from a unique setup standpoint, we're excited about it, playing them for the 3rd time, and especially with us coming out on the short end of it the first 2 times. Like, it's another opportunity for us to grow and to learn and to compete. It's another opportunity, even though it happens in 3 midweek games, what did we learn from the first 2 games that we can now take with us, right? How can we come out with a win or figure out a way to come up with a win? How can we game plan, right, and learn from our mistakes and sharpen our strengths and come up with a way to do it? And so, man, so many things that you can take away from it. We continuously talk all year, and we won't stop talking about our team growing and learning and using all of our experiences. And so whether that's the setup, whether that's a road game, whether that's the 3rd game of a series, none of that stuff for us matters as long as we continue to use the lessons and grow and develop the program.
It'll be about maybe the first time this year you'll have a quote-unquote normal midweek against ULM. First one was obviously one of the early ones, so you kind of throw that out. It was the first of a double midweek. Last time it was the second of a double midweek. This time now a little bit more normalcy. Probably see Kevin Robinson on the mound again, I would assume, a guy who's really taken that midweek role and run with it.
Yeah, he's settled into that one, and you're exactly right. I mean, whether it's double midweek or single midweek, like all of those things, right? And so it's all points of interest worth talking about, and all of that stuff factors into decision making. But at the end of the day, when you remove the circumstances, it just becomes a game in which we're going to game plan and prepare really well. It's the next logical step for our team. It's the next start for Kevin to develop some more. It's the next start for us, or game for us to be able to continue to carve out some bullpen roles. It's the next start for us to try some things offensively, right? It's for us a way to do so many things within the program. And so, yeah, man, like everything that surrounds every game that we play, especially given kind of where we find ourselves in the season, it's a chance for us to do something that we can take a lesson from and move on, whether that's as a team, whether that's in any phase of the game, or whether that's in any individual player, right, in Kevin's growth and development. And so, man, we're excited about what it is the opportunity presents to us, and not so much about the circumstances.
Growth and development is something Reese LaPoma's dealt with for 4 years now. He's on a career-long hitting streak. He's top 10 games. He's at 11 now. Just to watch him, he's been here every step of the way with you and vice versa. How fulfilling is it as a coach to see that happen to a kid like that?
Absolutely, man. Like every single bit of that holds weight, right? And so it means the world to us to have his presence, right? Like his presence in the lineup, and to be successful, knowing the way he went about earning that, knowing that he's become a self-made player, knowing that he's kind of one of the guys that we look to as a leader, and as the leadoff hitter, as a table setter. He's a guy that you point towards and you say, look what hard work, look what commitment, look what investment does to you. Look what overcoming some tough times, working while you wait, being paid, like all of the things that you want to teach your team when you talk about growth and development. Reese as an example, man, like how cool is that our program gets to have that and gets the benefit of it. And so as a coach and as a friend, right, like you're so proud of him and you're so, like you're rooting for him because of the way he went about doing it as a leader and then trying to get, like you can tell your young players and your other people and point towards that as a model, right? Like we're so happy for Reese and he's earned every single bit of that. But more importantly, look at what it does for the growth and development of our program when you get to point towards him as a model of how we want to continue to build, man. How cool is that?
Especially doing it in a first year where he has been one of those anchors you talked about. It was, from a position player standpoint, it was basically him and Bo Willis were the only guys that had more than a handful of at-bats at this level coming back. For him to do it in a transition year probably holds even more weight and makes it a little bit more gratifying.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, man, and gratifying for everyone. One of the things that we're trying to get our current team to realize is the idea of kind of being a multiplier, right? In where you individually make other people around you better, right? And in saying it like that, look at what Reese has the ability to do in making everyone around him better. Look at what Bo has the ability to do in making everyone around him better. They teach our team baseball lessons. They teach our team life lessons from a student athlete, right? They teach us what the grind of a 56-game schedule is to the young players who are trying to adapt to that, right? They talk about being well-rounded in the way that they do academics and they do their social life and they do the baseball part of it, right? Like it's so much more gratifying because I feel like Bo and Reese are multipliers, man. They make everyone else around them better, right? And I think it's going to show dividends really later on and into the future that so many of our players, when you talk about new players, right, and those two guys being the experienced ones, all of these new players who get to see that as a model, it's going to pay dividends down the road next weekend and next weekend and next year and for the freshmen, right? And so, man, like I can't be any more proud of those guys. Not because they're having success individually right now. We are proud of it. But I'm really proud that they are taking investment in helping us build the program to go somewhere, man. That's awesome.
Well, you'll go to Thibodaux. You'll go down the bayou, or down the bayou, as it is in that area. You'll go to a place that usually is tough to win, but in a very topsy-turvy Southland year where through 3 weekends of conference play, there have been 3 home series that have been won, which is insane to think about. But when you go to Nichols, you're going to face a team that you talk about the experience your team is gaining. They've had that in their 2 years under Mike Silva, and it's made them one of the bell cows of this league.
Absolutely. And so what a tremendous opportunity. Like looking forward towards the competition part of it, right? An incredible coach, man. Mike does an unbelievable job. And they do. They have an experienced ball club, and they have a bunch of grizzled veterans, right? And they have guys all up and down their lineup, all up and down their pitching staff, right? Like so many things that they bring to the table. And so we welcome that competition, and we look forward to doing it, right? A pretty cool game day atmosphere in the way that now we get a chance to play double night games, right? And so we did that here against Troy. We've done that at other points in our season. And so that's a unique setup. How can we learn from that, right? How do we spend our time in preparation on some longer days waiting for a night game? Like so many things that we can take from it, right? And so looking forward to the competition part of it, looking forward to challenging ourselves, right, against what is going to essentially be a great arm on Friday night. What an awesome opportunity we have to challenge ourselves, right? Another opportunity for our team to continue to grow. We're really close, man. We're really close. And again, we don't run away from the fact that we know that it hasn't been exactly what we've wanted and the ball hasn't gone our way, right? We haven't caught the breaks that we needed to catch. But at the same time, we're in every game. We're in every series. I continue to be proud of the fight and the competition that our guys have, right? And so we're just looking for that spark or that fire to be able to turn the corner. And when you get to do it against such a quality ball club, such an experienced ball club, right? If we go down there and we play well and we play our best, The things that we're going to be able to take from it are going to continue to pay dividends for our team as long as we continue to do the things that we hold as standards, and we do them day by day and pitch by pitch, right?
Coach, as always, thanks for your time.
Farcom Demons.